What's up, y'all? It's Whiskey Wednesday. We're having another with Espo. I took last week off because it was hot as balls. And I didn't feel like dying and then drinking a bunch of whiskey. It sounded like a dumb idea. Or maybe a really good idea. I couldn't tell you one way or the other. Depends on how you live. This week, we are digging back into the craft cellars haul with the Blade and Bow. As always, I am a sucker for a fun bottle, and this thing has a little key on it. Just a cool looking bottle all around. Let's go into the logistics. Blade and Bow, it is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's from the Stitzer-Weller Distilling Company, which apparently isn't Weller. Now I know. Thanks, everyone who yelled at me last time. Louisville, Kentucky based. We're trying this out on today. Age, don't know. Doesn't say. Can't find it online. Is what it is. Cask number. It's not a single barrel. Come on. Strength, it is 91 proof. 45.5%. Delightful. Price points, moderate. $54.99. Not too bad. For a bottle this cool, yeah, I can't get too upset with that one. That's pretty much minimum price. Let's see. As far as the color goes, it's tawny, like a dark copper, light copper. I don't know. Copper on this is pretty yellowy. I'm going to go with tawny on this one. Let's fill that in. Actually, while I'm doing all this talking, let's actually have a quick pour. Now, as you might be able to see, and I'm going to drop it all over the place, this guy comes with a really cool skeleton key, which is what the name of the whiskey is based off of. The blade and the bow are the two main parts of a skeleton key. Now you know. I learned that today. You're learning it just after me, probably, unless you're not. In which case, good for you. Damn polyglot. Blade and Bow. There are 5 keys on here. The keys represent the keys that hung on the door of the Stitzer-Weller Distillery, apparently. They represent grains, yeast, fermentation, distillation, and aging. The 5 keys of making a great whiskey. Making a great bourbon. There you go. Now you know too. Oh, that's a real pretty color. It's sticking out there pretty good. Let's see. Let's give it a quick shake. Clings a little. Not terrible. A little bit of beading. Doesn't really linger. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Coating the glass pretty good, but other than that, it's pretty quick. Clear. It's a whiskey. Let's go in for a nose. Shall we? Is this nose? Oh, man. That smells delightful. As you might be able to see, we got into this the other day, but it was at the ass end of the day, so I don't remember too much about it already. Oh. I got some apple on there. Some honey, some vanilla. Not that much vanilla. More honey and apple. Oh, that's beautiful. A little bit almost like banana popsicle, like that fake banana kind of flavor or smell. I guess not flavor. Stone fruit. Maybe it's not apple. Is it pear? I think pear. A little too sweet to be a little more rounded. I think that's. I'm gonna write that down. Let's see. Let's go with pear. Honey. Man, that smells good. So good. All right. Well, we've sniffed it enough. Oh, by the way, apparently there's 5 different keys. If you collect all 5 keys, you get a free julep cup. You gotta send in a picture. It's kind of a fun thing. Might be an urban legend, might not be. It's the internet. Yeah, we'll find out. Man, that smells good. Okay, so that I remember. Before I get to the actual flavors of it, the actual mouthfeel is a little bit different. Most whiskeys, most bourbons have a little bit of heat, and you feel warmer. This has like a really cooling sensation on your mouth. Like the alcohol kind of takes over and just evaporates right off. Getting more pear. Maybe some stone fruit. A little bit of honey. A little bit of creamy sweet. I want to say creme brulee, but that's probably just blending in with the pear. Definitely pear. That's delicious. Like a back end to yeah, getting more of that banana too. Yeah, just rambling. That's how I do. It's been a minute. It was way too hot to do this last week. I'm out of practice. A little bit of burn on the back end still, but again, the like it tastes like it's been sitting in a cold storage, and like not in a bad way, not in a good way. Just it feels cooling to your mouth, and I think that's kind of neat. Wonder what it does on ice. Let's find out. A little bit of ice. Got our Mer glass. Pop that right in. That's a lot of whiskey. Swirl. Oh yeah, that pear comes out full force. So tasty. Oh man. My goodness. Just absolutely delightful. We're going to pour that back in. Because as always, if it's under $100 whiskey, we're going to find out if it old fashions. My bet is yes. Ooh, almost full pour right of that. Give it a little bit just for the honest sake of it. Throw the key down. A little dribble more just to get in. Laden bow. Delightful. No age statement on this one. At all. I think I went over that. Just under a quarter ounce of our rich simple syrup. Again, I use raw sugar. Brown liquor, brown sugar. Makes a lot of sense to me. We're going to take a dash of Angostura. Move the bitters around. Take me a sec. Boop. And dash of orange bitters, as is tradition. That was a big dash. Put the Peychaud's here too. I try that out someday with the old fashioned, but we'll see how she goes. Get some ice in here. We're going to crack one in. I know it's very hard to drink. Sorry, Greg, not stealing your stuff. Couple more cubes in there. Give that a good stir. This smells amazing already. I'm so excited to drink this. Pop that to the side. Strainer top. There you are. Strain over moderately fresh ice. Get rid of the book, shall we? Back into the book spot. Pour that over our ice ball. Adjust that so it actually pours the right way. Take my lovely snack for later. Get a nice pull. A little bit pithy, but it's all right. And a spritz. Ooh, it's an oily one. In she goes. Nose, nose, nose. It's been a minute since I've had an old fashioned, so I'm very excited for this drink. So orangey. Handy. I think I even put less simple syrup into this one than I normally do. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, like I said, it's Whiskey Wednesday. If you need the excuse to have a drink on a Wednesday, make it a whiskey. if it rhymes, it doesn't count, right? It's just one. Having a little before bed. Been a long half week already. Oh man, that's so good. Oh, raw sugar. Forgot, change some things up. Patio, it's a little. I'm trying to figure out what to put in this one. I know it's a bitters dasher, but I don't have a bitters that I want to put in there quite yet. That's what I'm thinking. Had most of it the same. Anyway, it's been about 10 minutes now. That's about enough. Oh, whiskey shelf. Whiskey shelf, whiskey shelf. I'm going to need to rearrange you again. It's probably good news. Well, Blade and Bow, I think you're officially infinity bottle worthy. You're in there. You got the check on the book. Put you down with Maggot for a sec. Well, that's about it for this week. Blade and Bow. Real fun. A little bit of collector's items. A little bit of a treasure hunt. Fantastic old-fashioned. Delightful sipper. Not mad at that at all. Very tasty. I don't have my remote, so I'm going to mosey on over that way. Don't forget to like and subscribe.